Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. This is week 4 of Vlogmas, so I thought I would get this up today before Christmas. So starting off my day with precious little Marley. And so I'd been sick. I mean, I'm still sick, unfortunately, but I was feeling good enough on this day that I wanted to finish all of the baking things I was doing. So I got that all I think the day before I got a lot done and I was just kind of finishing it up. So that's what I was working on first thing so I could get it done. I had baked all of the cookies I wanted to bake. I think it was either the day before or maybe 2 days before. John had gone out and got some cookie icing, and then I had just some Betty Crocker frosting from these cupcakes I made John like a week or so earlier. So I was going to use the cookie icing on the sugar cookies, which I made for John because they're his favorite. I did not get fancy with it at all. And I already had some sprinkles on hand. So, I mean, they look okay, but they're not my best work. But I just wanted to get it done because it was just for us. I wasn't giving them out to anyone else. So normally I'll do a bunch of different color icing and stuff, but I was like, I don't got time for that. Let's just keep it real simple. So that's what I did. I noticed Marley was not on the bed, so I took that as an opportunity to take everything off and get it washed, especially where I was sick. But she was just in here sleeping on this yellow blanket, being super cute. It's super hard for me to change the sheets because she's always on the bed, so I just wait until there's an opportunity to, when she's not in there, to get in and do that. So I don't think I filmed that much on that day because here it is nighttime, and the movie we were watching on this night was The Preacher's Wife from the 90s, which is a remake of The Bishop's Wife, which I love as well, but I love this remake so much. I watch it every year. I talked about it a couple weeks ago in one of the Vlogmas videos, but we were watching that, and I was really starting to feel the festive vibes on this week, finally, because it really hasn't felt Christmassy, but this week made up for it, and now today as well. But I was having a couple of cookies with a cup of coffee, I think, or decaf coffee, but it just, I love it so much. I usually save all of my favorite Christmas movies and holiday specials to the week kind of run up until Christmas and Christmas Eve. I'm much more of a Christmas Eve girl than a Christmas Day. I feel like I like that better. I think it's just the anticipation. I don't know. What do you like better, Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? I think my sister too, she likes Christmas Eve better. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, just I think I'm right. I think it's the anticipation that makes me like it more. I don't know. So unfortunately I woke up not feeling great the next day. Such a weird I don't know, such a weird cold flu. It's really hanging on. But so I was watching some General Hospital in bed, and then a little bit later I was watching this Dick Van Dyke special. It was actually from last year because he just turned 99, so this was for his 98th birthday. And I recorded it and I never watched it, so I ended up watching that, which was so good. They started it out on the set of the Dick Van Dyke Show, which I love so much. It's one of my comfort shows. If I'm not feeling good, they have on one of the free streaming things, they have a channel that just plays it nonstop, or at least they did. And I would put it on all the time when I wasn't feeling well. But they had tons of different celebrities on. Here's Jason Alexander. It was so good. It made me want to watch the Dick Van Dyke Show from start to finish. But Marley was there keeping me company, unbeknownst to her. She actually had a vet appointment on this day, so I felt really bad because she was super comfy. And then she had to get in her little carrier, which she actually ran out of the carrier, but I had stopped filming. But John takes out the garbage for a woman in our neighborhood. I think she's in her late 70s. And she was like, oh, I have something in the mailbox for you. And it was a Christmas card. But then when he opened it, it was actually this $40 gift card, which was so sweet because he's like, oh, you don't have to give me anything. I don't mind doing it at all. So while Marley was gone to the vet, I like to do the vacuuming because she really hates it. So I quickly got that done, even though I wasn't feeling that great. And then I decided I should open up my advent calendar. I think I had 2 days to open because I had missed the day before. Had some strawberry shower gel. Strawberry is one of my favorite scents from there, but they changed the scent, so it's still good, but it's nothing like the old one. So, and then this day it was like a really tiny box, which is the first time we had such a tiny box. So I was wondering what it could be, but I think it was like a face mask or something. Yeah, it's a face mask. I've never used this before, and I still haven't used it, so I don't know if it's good or not. And then whenever Marley comes home from the vet, I like to give her treats, and I usually have food ready for her too. So I got back in bed because I still wasn't feeling well. I just wanted to get that vacuuming done. So I had treats out for her. She was happy to have those. Everything was fine with her. It's just she needs to get these shots, and I thought she should get them before Christmas just to make sure she was good. She gets it for food allergies, but the shot also helps with like inflammation. And I notice after she gets her shot, we got her like an extra shot of something different, like a pain one, just in case she's in any kind of pain. But I notice she walks a lot different after she gets the shot, so I'm assuming that she might have like inflammation or arthritis or something. So I just wanted to make sure she was nice and comfy, and she seems to be doing fine. But one of the side effects is an increased appetite, and she has been eating so much. She's such a tiny cat, and we just laugh at how much she eats. John has tried to give her treats in the car after her appointment, but he said she never eats them. I think she's probably just too nervous in the car and just all of that. Sometimes there's other animals at the vet as well, which she does not like that. It didn't take her long though to get settled in, and the vet appointment was a distant memory. Probably the worst part is that the vet is like 25 minutes to 30 minutes away, so it's like kind of a long drive, but it was the only vet that would accept like new patients when we moved here, so we just went with it. But her vet is actually like really great, so I'm kind of happy it worked out that way. But then it was the next morning, and I woke up feeling so much better. The day before I was sick, but I also had a little bit of a headache, so it was like a double not feeling well. So I opened up my advent calendar, and I got this clip, which I actually already have one of these, but it's like the best clip ever because it has these teeth inside as well. So I was super happy to get another one. So I had a whole bunch of things I wanted to get done from not feeling well. So there was some dishes there, and then I had thrown a load of towels in the day before, but I didn't get them folded or anything. So I got the kitchen cleaned up. John's been doing the dishes, but there was just a little bit left from after he did them the previous day. So I got the towels done, and then I wanted to fix the top on the tree. It's I love it, but it doesn't have like a piece that attaches to the tree. Like it must have broke off or something. It's really old. So I said to John, I think maybe if I use some zip ties, I could just zip tie it to the top of the tree there, and it will look better, like more towards the top. I don't know. I did end up doing it. I don't know that it looks that much better, but at least it's not gonna like fall off at any moment. And then I haven't been listening to records as much as I want to be, but I was going to take some time and pull out some new records to put up top to listen to. And then since I had the vacuum out still from the day before, I wanted to, after I messed around with the tree, because there just seems to be like glitter everywhere, I wanted to vacuum this rug here. And of course, Marley was not happy that I was down here and not hanging out with her, so she gets a little bit mad. So I ended up getting like the kitchen 100% clean. Like I ended up drying all the dishes and putting them away, and so that everything was done. I ended up spending like hours this day getting everything done because I was so scared I was gonna like not feel good the next day, and like Christmas was coming soon, and I don't know. So I think that the topper looks a little better, but I don't know, the top of our tree is like very weird too, so I think that's part of it. But I got all that fixed up, and then I like rearranged all the presents too to make them look nicer. I'm like weird like that, but I just wanted to be able to see like some of the vintage wrapping paper. I don't know, so I did that. I think it looks nice. It looks like a lot of presents, but we give each other like thrifted things almost like exclusively, and we start buying stuff like in January. We were joking about it because people are always like, are you ready for Christmas? And we always like start buying things in January, so by the time December comes we usually don't have to buy anything. So then I got all of the floors like mopped and stuff, and the entryway cleaned, and I was feeling so good about getting so much done. But then lastly, I was just gonna figure out the record situation. So I just had that Bing Crosby one there. I've listened to that one already. But I just put it there, I think, for like my house tour, because I think it just looks super festive. But the whole, like, there's a huge section in my record stand that is just like almost one side is nothing but Christmas records. So I have a ton to listen to. So I pulled some out. I thought I would show you some of them. They have cute covers. I think this is why I end up buying so many Christmas records, is because they have so many, like, if I see a cover that I like, it just makes me want it. So I've ended up with, I don't know, like 80 or more Christmas records, but this one is super cute. Marley was very excited that I was down on the floor. I don't think she understood why, but she was pretty happy about it. I also like really love this one. I love like a Christmas, like organs and chimes music. I have a ton of that style of record. This one is so super cute too, and I love this one. I bought this solely for the cover because I just loved the way that it looked so much. I also love the cover of this one, and I also love the record. It's like a compilation one. This gets played a ton during the holidays, and I love the Carpenter Christmas album too, which I should play more often, but I think I always forget that I have it. And I love the cover of this one too. And then we've got Elvis, which I've talked about this before, but I don't really like Elvis much, but I can listen to the Christmas album once in a while. And then we had got the Beach Boys Christmas album, I think like last year. And then this one I bought it just solely because it was like an Avon Christmas record, which I thought was cool. I think it's like the Boston Pops, yeah. And I don't know, I just thought it was super unique, so I was like, I'm gonna buy this. But I thought I should listen to it because I think I might have bought it last year, but I don't think I listened to it, so I figured I'd pull that one out to listen to. So then I was getting ready to dye my hair. I was getting everything ready, and Marley decided to cut in line. She does this almost every night when we're like brushing our teeth and washing our face before bed. She'll just cut right in line. The problem is she I don't know, she takes forever to get a drink too, so it's this whole experience where so I leave the bathroom to see if she's, we'll do it then. She just stands there for the longest time. I think she doesn't really like those grippy things I put down for her, but she also doesn't like her feet getting wet. But it's like unavoidable with the shape of our sink. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. The water is like running a little, so it's going to be wet in there. It's just so funny. So literally like over 10 minutes of me just waiting to get in there to dye my hair because she's just not wanting to take a drink. And so that night we decided to get some pizza. We had never been to this restaurant before, but John called and asked if they had plant-based options, and they had a plant-based pepperoni and a plant-based cheese, so we were like, okay, well, let's get some pizza. And it was so good. I was so happy. yeah, it was so good. So that was super nice. I was feeling incredibly good this day because I had such a productive day and I was just feeling in the Christmas spirit. And then we were having this pizza, and so we watched White Christmas. I think we were planning on watching a different movie, but I was like, we need to watch White Christmas tonight. It's happening. So we watched that, and it made me feel even more festive. And Marley was even down there with us for a little while. So cute. And so I pretty much go to bed right after the movies are over, because Marley's been waking me up at like 3:30 in the morning every morning. So, but I was feeling super festive. I was like, I gotta wear like a Christmas sweater every day. So I was wearing the Hello Kitty shirt with the Mean Girls sweater on this day. I don't think I remembered to film every day though, but I have been wearing a Christmas sweater every day, and I've been feeling super festive finally. It only took till like a week before Christmas. So I'm opening my advent calendar. I can hardly believe how fast December has actually passed, even though I'm feeling more festive and in the holiday spirit. I still can't believe it's like Christmas is so soon. But I ended up getting, I think, like a sheet mask in here. Never used one from the Body Shop before, so I don't know how it is, but typically I don't really like sheet masks, but I'll probably give it a try. And so we were actually able to get like 2 pizzas, so we just had a full pizza left over in the fridge. So I just heated that up in the oven for our lunch that day, and it was perfect reheated as well. And then that afternoon, while I was waiting for General Hospital to come on, I decided to watch something Christmassy, and then I remembered that I had I'm sure a lot of people know about this, but they took like the Brady Bunch house and like renovated it to actually look like the set of the TV show. So it was on HGTV, I think. And the very last episode was them there like celebrating Christmas. And they had like the Pioneer Woman come and do like these 70s recipes, and like, oh, I just love it. So I decided to watch that because it's super festive, but also 70s. So it's right up my alley. I'm not sure, like I just bought the show from Apple TV. So I don't know if like you can still buy it or where you could watch that, but I highly recommend it. I was actually obsessed with it. So then John went out and got a grocery order with mainly just some produce before the holidays. We also got like some stuffing and some salsa, just like a bunch of random things really, but I just did a grocery order and John went and picked it up. Basically just all the things that I needed to make stuff before the holidays. So I needed some sour cream, but I wasn't sure if we were going to find my favorite one, so I ended up getting the store brand one. And then that's Marley's favorite kind of food, and like I said, she's been eating a ton more, so I was like, we're going to need to get her some more of that. So yeah, just miscellaneous things to make breakfast on Christmas morning, and some produce items. So after I put the groceries away, I decided to have one of my candy cane coffees because I actually haven't been having it lately. Like once I got sick, I didn't feel like having it, so I was having one of those. I'm using this peppermint mocha creamer that John found for me as well because I haven't been using that either, and it was so good. And I mix it with regular creamer though because I find it like too much by itself. But I got that, and then I got one of the cookies I made. And it was time for General Hospital. Sometimes I actually let it start so I can just fast forward through the commercials. And Marley even came up. I think she just wanted my cookie. She usually spends like a good 5 minutes before she will jump up on my lap, but today she immediately came and jumped right up in my lap. So I think she was hoping she was going to get something. The truth is I probably did give her treats because we just give her treats a lot because we just think, you know, she's almost 20, like, girl, live your best life, do whatever you want to do. So then on that night, we were watching The Family Stone, which is one of my favorites, like, if not maybe my favorite modern Christmas movie. I mean, it's almost 20 years old now, though, think it was 2006. But I love this movie so much. I also love the opening to it, so I thought I'd film a little of it here. It just looks very like old-timey kind of, but yeah, I love that movie so much. I don't think I'll ever get sick of it. So I was feeling extremely festive because it was like I was watching all of my favorite movies, and we're getting closer to Christmas, so it was a great time. So the next morning, I was gonna say we got up early. I get up early every day, but John got up early because he's going into the office that day, which is like almost a 2-hour drive from where we live. He works from home, if you don't know that. He didn't have to go in, but he wanted to go in because it was like they were having like a little holiday thing there. So I made him a coffee. He's like not used to getting up that early, and a bagel before he left. And they were gonna have Subway there for the Christmas thing. So I just put some plant-based turkey and cheese and some plant-based mayo in a little thing for him to take with him, just to add to his veggie sub. So I also gave him a little cream in a container in case he wanted to have like another coffee while he was down there. He had a coffee before he left work, and then he took one in the car with him, but it's kind of a long drive, especially because it's dark when he's leaving. I think Marley was confused about why we were down here so early, but she ended up just passing out, which was cute. So I was going to use this day to get some things ready. So I was making this dip that I'm sure some of you know. I make it all the time. I made it in a video, and ever since then I just make it lots. That's why I wanted the sour cream. And then I made up my own vegetable tray. I just like save and reuse these containers when we do get them, which isn't very often. Cut up some other produce. I finally finished the like homemade turtles. The caramel, I couldn't find my candy thermometer when I made the caramel this year, so I just kind of had to guess. And the caramel is a little less solid than I would like it, so it was a very like annoying process to go through, I guess. It was very tedious, that's the right word. So then I was just cutting up some plant-based like meat and cheese, and I put some pickles in the middle for like a little to have with crackers. And I was doing all this on this day. And I did a little cleaning as well, but it was funny. John came home, and like within 1 minute, like there was a bag on the floor. He just had to use the bathroom because it's such a long drive. He needed to pee really bad. So this is John's actual last day of work until like into January, so I was super excited. It feels like officially our Christmas break has started. So we were having some nachos for dinner, and because we still had leftover stuff from the last time we had them, and we're watching Surviving Christmas, which is a hilarious Christmas movie. We had actually never heard of it or seen it until like maybe just a few years ago, but now it's one of our favorites. So Marley was up on, she has this tiny little tower in the basement that she gets up on sometimes, and I put catnip on top of it, and sometimes she goes crazy, but she was down there hanging out with us, being super cute. I bought this little crocheted blanket, I guess 1 or 2 months ago, that had 70s colors, so I thought it would look good in the basement, and she claimed it immediately, and that's where she lays every time. So I just leave it folded in the middle of the couch, and she usually gets in between us while we're watching a movie. And I had made Christmas punch too, so we were having a glass of that. I don't think I filmed myself doing that, but anyway, I watched the movie, and then I'm going to bed because I'm super tired. But I was so happy that John was off work. He's very lucky. They actually shut down like where he works in between like Christmas and New Year's, but usually they shut down a little bit before Christmas. So it's like Friday was the last day, but really they were just all hanging out. So after the movie, little Miss Marley and I went to bed, which obviously she's ecstatic for. And then we had got a snowstorm that night, so the next morning when I got up, I just had to go out and look and see how much snow had come down. This is still like super early in the morning. It's obviously still dark, but you can kind of see, especially up by the step. And I was just so excited that we were going to have a white Christmas. I still can't believe it. So when I actually had 2 days to open again because I had forgot the day before to open my Advent, and I was thinking when I was opening it, I only have a few more days now. So in the little box, I got a strawberry lip balm, which I've had that before. And then I forget what was even in the other one until I see it. Oh, right. And then I got this, which I've never used before, but I'm sure it's good. So I just couldn't wait to like hang out and relax and have like a super cozy day, especially where it snowed. So I have this Canadian bacon that I picked up a couple weeks ago, and I was going to make us a breakfast sandwich and some hash browns, and we were going to watch some Christmas related like cartoon specials. So I got that already. I'm just using some of these frozen like egg, I think they call it folded egg. They're pretty good. And we got all that ready. Went downstairs, got my orange juice. Been drinking so much orange juice and like that emergency stuff since I've been sick. And I love the Rankin Bass cartoon specials. Like I love Rudolph, but I love so many of the other ones too. So we were watching The Year Without Santa Claus, I believe, first, which these make me feel super nostalgic for like childhood, specifically the Rankin Bass ones. I feel like I just watched them so much. This was like one of the best days ever, just where it had snowed and all that. And then after that we watched A Miser Brother Christmas, which is made in 2008, I think, but it's supposed to be kind of related to the first one. And they kind of did it in the same sort of stop motion style, which is kind of cool. It's definitely not as good as the old ones, but so we watched that, and then later we're having some coffee and a little bit of dessert, and it had still been snowing continuously, so I wanted to look outside and see how we were doing in that department, and I think we're doing pretty good. So then we watched one that I'd actually never seen before. I think it's from 1980, called Pinocchio's Christmas, which was okay. I guess maybe because I didn't watch it as a child, it doesn't hit the same, but it was okay to watch. I think I had seen it. I recorded it on the cable. I'd seen it was coming on. So, and then still snowing. I was like so happy about the snow. But then later for like our supper, like we really just had some snacks. It's like some of what I had prepared the day before, and we had this other cheese. We love this cheese, but we only get it at Christmas because it's quite pricey, but it's so good. So we're gonna have that, and we're gonna watch something upstairs in the living room. I feel like we've been always downstairs, and I was saying to John, I think we need to spend more time in the living room, like with the tree and all these decorations. So we have a tree in the basement too, but I don't know, I just wanted to watch up here. So we're watching another Rankin Bass one. I think we were watching Jack Frost on this one, which I love that one too. I think it's from the 70s. I definitely don't think I watched it as much as some of the other ones, but I definitely do remember it from childhood. So now it's the next day, the 22nd, opening my advent calendar. It only goes to the 24th, I think, so it was only like 2 more days after this one. I got a hand cream, which I love their hand cream so much, and I go through so much of it. And then I was going to wear this Charlie Brown like Snoopy sweater this day, and Marley was just like, I just want to go back to bed. We actually just got some things done in the morning. Took a little like time to get some things done, but when I came downstairs I needed to check and see. So one of the things John did was he went out and shoveled, and so it's not like a ton of snow, but I mean it's a decent amount considering most of the time we'd have like green Christmases, so it's always nice when we get a white one. And then I put the dishes away that John had done, and we're just using up the last of the nacho stuff. These bags are like massive, but it's the only way I can get the ones that I like. And we pretty much just had a Christmas Story day yesterday. So we're watching A Christmas Story, which is one of my favorites. But then there's another movie, A Christmas Story 2, where Ralphie's like a teenager. And then just a couple years ago, they made A Christmas Story Christmas, which is the same actor from the original. And it is so good. But the middle one, which you think might not be that great, is actually pretty good, like for a sequel. So yeah, I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised, but like a lot of sequel movies I'm not that into. Like for me, Home Alone 2 is unwatchable. Like we watched it a couple years ago and I was like, I can never watch this again. This is so bad. But a lot of people say that it's their favorite, so I don't know. It's unwatchable to me though. But I think they did a really good job with A Christmas Story Christmas, but even that middle one, like it had the same kind of feel to it. And they're just all super festive. So we just watched all three and it was a super cozy day and all the snow and just, I'm definitely feeling a ton of like Christmas vibes finally. Usually I'm like this in November, but it took a long time this year. So one of my favorite things about A Christmas Story Christmas is that it takes place in the 70s, since the original took place in the 40s. So, you know, he's grown up with his own family, but it's the 70s, and they did an incredible job with the like art direction on this because it was just amazing. So I think that that's like an HBO movie maybe, so I'm not sure where you can watch it or find it. We just happened to see the DVD at Walmart and bought it. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's also hard to know what's available in other countries as well. Like in Canada, we have a streaming service called Crave, which has HBO on it. So that's like where we would watch it, I think, if we didn't have the DVD. So, but I know most of you do not live in Canada. But I think that there might be something called HBO Max in the US, but I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the last video before Christmas. If I get this up before Christmas, which I'm gonna try to. Sometimes YouTube, like it just takes forever for me to upload. I don't know why. Like I'm talking 24 hours before the video will actually fully upload, so we'll see how it goes. But if this is up before Christmas or after, I just want to say thank you to everybody so much for watching, for like all your comments and support. And, you know, I love reading your comments so much. So thank you so much for watching and leaving comments. And even if you don't leave comments, thank you. I'm not a big commenter on YouTube videos either, so I get it. But yeah, I just really appreciate all of your support like over the whole year. And I just hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you again soon. I think that I might take a little break, especially where John is off for a little while. I think I will film a little, I'm not sure how much, like over the next few days of Christmas, but I might not post it for, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna rush to get it out right after Christmas, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you all so much, and I will see you again soon.